Good afternoon. This is Keith Brown in Moultrie, Georgia, with some commodity commentary for Wednesday. It's about not quite 2:30 Eastern Time. We really had some weather-driven markets today. We'll get right to them. For cotton, it was thought that with the dryness in West Texas, the fact they only got scant rain, we would have thought the market would have rallied pretty good on Tuesday when we came back for our holiday. And we did try 8,500 in December, but we failed, and then we fell. And today we followed through by trading down about 60 points lower, around 83 and a quarter, roughly, or 83.30 actually, on today's market. So that weather was not enough to drive cotton higher. And we suspect that's because we have such a record carry out and the Chinese economy is sort of slowing. Although we found it interesting today that somehow the Chinese bought Smithfield Foods, a very huge U.S. food processor. And then we have a strong dollar, although the dollar is down some today. But nonetheless, the cotton market could not put its act together to have any kind of upside rally. And we're closer to 80 cents now than we are 90 cents. Jumping over to the grains today, we continue to see wet weather plague the Midwest. We would have thought at some point, with the crop 88% planted for corn, that this rainy weather will turn to the other side of the sword and be actually bearish, but not yet. September new crop corn finished anywhere from 6 to 14 higher, although old crop corn was down a penny. And of course, what it's saying is we're not going to get the corn crop in the ground by June 1st, which is, I think, a pretty crucial date. What corn is getting planted now is going to be very susceptible to adverse cold frost conditions later on in fall, during fall harvest, and this puts the pollination period, certainly pushes it back further into mid-August, maybe not necessarily mid-July. The beans today looked pretty strong, new crop beans, till late in the day, and then they sold off. I guess they suddenly came to the realization that with less corn going in the ground, more beans would likely hit the ground. So November beans, after going to $12.95, actually last trade we're showing around $12.88, which is slightly lower on the day. Wheat market today up after being beat pretty hard. As we look back, the wheat market tends to start to rally in the middle of harvest. And of course, as we get into the middle of harvest, I guess we know what we've combined, and then we look out to the fields and know what we have. And so from that moment, I guess we can take a shot at trying to rally the market. And that could happen again this year, particularly as we hear stories about trouble in Russia and Australia and those other places. So a very interesting trade today. We'll see what tomorrow brings. If you have any questions or comments, give us a call, 1-800-910-1910. Thanks for listening.